Hi everyone, I'm live. The first time in a wee while. I don't think I was live last week, so I suppose it's just been a couple of weeks and hasn't it? But it's nice to be here. Hope everybody's doing okay. We don't have very many people here just now, so um, but that's fine. I'll just natter away to myself until um more people show up, I guess. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing all right. It is the last day of November. Can you believe? Tomorrow is the 1st of December. It's it's kind of nuts to think about how quick the year has gone in. But it's been I was going to say it's been a good year. I think it has. It's mostly been a good year. Um, Took up painting. I suppose work-wise, it's just been kind of a neither here nor there. But yeah, 2023 has been all right. But yeah, tomorrow I suppose for lots of us, tomorrow is when we would consider the kind of a holiday season or the Christmas season or however you celebrate it to start. Um, Not really me to be honest with you. I've already been given a row for listening to Christmas music. Um, so I'd kind of already started my holiday season like maybe like a week or so back. um, but yeah, I thought that we could, in terms of the spread, so I thought we could all pull cards together and then talk about the cards that we get. I've looked out a spread and it's kind of like a holiday season type spread, but it's for those of you that maybe aren't so keen on this time of year, it's quite a kind of a thoughtful spread as well. It's not just all about like oh my god, presents type thing. Like it's not that quite that side of the holiday season. It kind of takes on, I think, some of the positives, but also some of the kind of a more reflective and I feel as though this is a spread that's quite appreciative that this time of year isn't the same for everyone. Put it that way. So hopefully you'll all feel the same, and you won't feel like I'm just shoving Christmas season down your throat. Um, all right, let me say hi. So I've got Deanne here. Hi, Deanne. How are you doing? You doing okay? It's lovely to see you. I'm sorry I didn't catch you live the other day, Deanne. Um, I don't even know what I was doing when you went live. What was it yesterday about dinner time? Um, so yeah, I don't realise that you'd got, or was it the day before actually? I'm not sure now, but there was a day that you went live, and I never realised until it was too late. Um, but yeah, I'm sorry I didn't catch you. 'Cause usually, even if I'm like working or something, I do like to like just pop in and say hi. Greg is here. Hi, Greg. How are you? I'm trying to see what your picture, what it says behind you in the picture, Greg. Something voyage, moon voyage. I don't know. But hey, anyway, it's lovely to see you. Lottie, hi Lottie. How are you? It's a lovely picture. Nice wee kind of a rainbow scene that you've got there. Um, Not sure if we've met before, Lottie. So if this is your first time here, then welcome. Thank you very much for being here. Our lovely Simon's here. Hi, Simon. How are you? Simon, we've got very similar pictures. Um, so I think is that you up the top of Glastonbury? My YouTube picture is me. It's not obviously not Glastonbury. It's just a wee. It's the camps. We call them the campsies. It's just a kind of a hill thing that's quite local to here. And we climbed it. It would have been about 5 years ago now because my niece was just a baby. Uh, my friend went, like, her mum, uh, took her on her back on one of those carry things. Um, and that's me up kind of at the top, and I'm kind of doing that as well. Uh, so yeah, it's quite funny. Let's see, Donna's here. Hi, Donna. How are you doing? Yeah, Greg had said just thee and me, but yeah, people are trickling in. Hi, Ramon. How are you? So I just had like a popcorn bar type thing before I went live, and does anybody else get that with popcorn whenever you eat it? It's like it gets like stuck. It's horrible. Um, uh, Liminal Lark is here. Hi there. How are you? Lovely to see you. Oh, ABBA Voyage. Oh yeah, I see it now. The concert venue, right? I've got you. I've got you. I've um I've actually got I don't know how cold or warm it is for everyone else. Uh, Liminal Lark, I've got a feeling that you might be down under. Maybe am I misremembering that? So maybe it's like roasting where you are, but here it's absolutely Baltic freezing, freezing. So I've got a heater under my desk that's kind of keeping my legs nice and warm. I will need to turn that off soon though. I can't be doing the whole live with that on. Um, oh, it's Lottie's first time here. Subscribed when you went on Gerald's channel. Oh well, thank you very much for subscribing and thanks for popping in. It's lovely to see you. Um, we're just kind of attend to hang out and have a wee chat, and then we're going to do a wee spread together. So if you've got a tarot deck, and it doesn't need to be any particular type of tarot deck, but as I was saying at the start, it does have a kind of a holiday seasonal theme-ish to it. But some of the questions or some of the spread positions are quite reflective. So you can pick a holiday themed deck if you want, but you don't have to. Yeah, you're up on the Glastonbury tour. Yeah, I suspected so. Um, hi, Sandra. How are you? It's lovely to see you here. Uh, oh, Elle took the picture in 2020, right? I was wondering what they'd taken, but that that makes sense now. You're talking about the picture. Um, oh, that's nice. That is a really cool picture. Because the sky is beautiful behind you. Um, don't cry for me. Hi Jones, how are you? It is lovely to see you. Sorry, I had a wee sing song to myself there. I don't normally do that. I don't normally let anyone I watch my subscribership just plummet. um, I was listening to Christmas songs on the way. I went to get my husband from town. Um, he works in town, and then he was meeting his friend for a coffee, so I went to pick him up just an hour or a couple hours ago. I ended up stuck on the motorway because there was loads of traffic. Because people can't handle merging in lanes. Let's not get started on that because I'll end up going off on one. Um, but yeah, I was just kind of stuck on the motorway listening to the Christmas songs, so now I've kind of got them stuck in my head. Greg says, with an expensive glass of Prosecco, the first of many. Very nice. I see. I can't really see. I can't really make you out. Like, well, I can see that you're there. I'm assuming that's you. I can see that you're there, but I can't actually see you, if that makes sense. Um, and I can't see that you've got a glass of prosecco in your hand. The picture's too tiny. Ugh, um, Tony's here. Hi, Tony. How are you? Lovely to see you. How's things been, Tony? I feels I've not seen you in a hot minute, as they say. Um, Jan says, "Hey, I'm just catching up. I was yesterday. I went live last minute because my mum said she could watch Bela. We missed you, but you are forgiven. Oh, that's good. I'm glad." Um, Angelica's here. Hello, how are you, lovely? Simon loved the ABBA concert. Um, I do like some ABBA songs. Some of ABBA's songs are really good. Um, but it's well, I actually probably would quite enjoy an ABBA concert. Not because yeah, their songs are really catchy, aren't they? Um, I had to give that far too much brain power there. Yeah, for reason. It is for reason. Like I had to scrape the car there, like both the outside and the inside of the windscreen. Had to get scraped, so it is proper freezing, and you can see your breath and everything. Um, oh, Donna broke her tooth eating popcorn 2 weeks ago. One of your favourite snacks. Oh no, was it like a kernel that hadn't popped that you kind of a bit into? Ah, it's a shame. I am still in a t-shirt, but like I say, it's because I've got this heater on. Um, Simon is editing, but listening in. Do tell. What are you editing, Simon? We all want to know now what you're editing. What are you editing? What are you doing to it? Tell us everything. Um, Liminal Art, I'd love to join one of your lives, Deanne. Sadly, they are literally in the middle of the night for me. Oh, that's a shame. Uh, how are you sitting in a t-shirt in this weather? Well, I'm indoors and I've got a heater, so I'm I'm all right. But I've got an hoodie just over there. So if it gets too cold and I need to stick that on, I'm sure you guys won't mind me sitting in my Grogu Baby Yoda hoodie. The hoodie's got like the ears and everything. Yeah, the best is what's behind me. Oh, shush, you know I was blooming just giving your picture a compliment. More singing. More, no, no. Really well, thank you. Although it's also freezing in South Wales. Yeah, I think the whole of the UK is just a wee icicle right now, isn't it? Um, as long as it's not Kerry you were singing, I can let you off. All I Want for Christmas, is that what we're talking about here? I love that song. I'm not a big Mariah Carey fan. I think that the impression I get of her is that she's like takes high maintenance to the next level. I don't really know if obviously you can't believe everything you read and hear and stuff, but that's the impression that I've gotten. Um, and I'm not really there for that, but All I Want for Christmas is like one of my favorite Christmas songs. Although that song was on when I crashed my first car. So really in theory I should hate it, but even crashing a car can't put me off it. It's so good. The ABBA arena is mind blowing, says Simon. Cher covering ABBA is great. I popped out to get stuff to make overnight oats earlier, and I had to defrost the car. Overnight oats. So is that so I've not made it in a while, mind you, but I've made overnight oats before, and I've gotten it from the Slimming World plan that I follow. But it won't be. I suppose it won't be unique to that. I guess. What kind of a recipe do you follow for overnight oats, Jones? Have you got like a secret recipe? Editing a video. I didn't know you edited videos, Simon. I suppose that, like, have you not always said, "Oh, I don't edit videos," but then you do because, like, I've seen your editing. You edit them on your phone, don't you? Like on the whatever the editing suite that you get with Apple is. So I'm talking rubbish. I don't think I'm. Maybe it's someone else that said I don't edit videos, and that's what I'm thinking of. You don't edit them much, do you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think my brain's kind of I don't know, a wee bit somewhere else at the moment. Um, it was a combo of half-popped kernel and an already weak to C. Ugh, that's a shame, Donna. I hope that you got it sorted though. Did you go to your dentist and get them to sort it out? I'm not editing you, Chris. I hope not. Adding devil horns and what else? Devil horns and I don't know, a ridiculous nose, even more ridiculous nose. Um, blacking out my teeth, all that kind of a thing. I really shouldn't be giving you ideas, should I? Like giving me a big twirly moustache. Uh, it was the most expensive concert I've ever been to. Got really good aisle seats, but all over in 90 minutes. 90 minutes? Is that not quite quick for a concert? Try to think. Like the concerts I've been to, there's normally like well, I've been like the ones I've been to recently, there's like warm up acts, usually about three, and then the actual show itself runs for gosh, I thought it was longer than 90 minutes anyway. Uh, the Scots are tough, unlike us soft Southerners. Um, well, I'm not sure about that. Can't hear. Is that because I like All I Want for Christmas? I guess the UK weather is headed their way in central France, says Donna. We can no longer be friends. Contemplating your subscriptions. Um, is that? I take it this is because I said I liked. Is this because I said that I liked All I Want for Christmas Is You, or because I said I wasn't big on Mariah Carey? Which one is it that's offended you both? I'm taking it for Tony. It's the fact that I said I like All I Want for Christmas Is You, because you wouldn't have called her Kiki Carey if you were like particularly passionate about defending her. But Simon, what is it that what are you not happy with me for? Um, I hadn't heard that actually, Shane McGowan. That was from the Pogues, yeah. Because you mentioned Kirsty McCall. McGowan. Aye. Oh yeah, I see. Oh, that's a shame. That's really sad. That is a Christmas tune. I think I like that tune better than All I Want for Christmas Is You, if that redeems me at all. Um, I've tried to learn like uh, Fairy Tale of New York on the piano a couple of times. I say I've tried, like I've kind of got so far with learning it, but it's one of those songs that you can't keep playing it after January. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I've got a very short window to learn it in December. Um, so I don't know, maybe I'll give it a go again this year and see how far I get. But that's really sad to hear that he's passed away. Never done them before. 50% milk, 50% oats, and some flax seeds. Ah, okay. That was the recommendation. Gonna try lime. Gonna try them in the morning with added blueberries. Okay. Um, whenever I've had it, it's oats and like a Mueller Light or something, like a kind of a low fat yogurt. and normally I just put my fruit in the night before. Uh, just put it all in a tub and shove it in the fridge, and overnight it kind of the oats all go oaty. Lots of editing, music, stitching, etc. Okay. My absolute favourite Christmas tune. How many glasses of prosecco can you get through in 90 minutes? Um, Gosh, I imagine a fair few. Prosecco is one of those drinks for me. It's like juice. Um, I mean, nobody wants to see me drinking that much prosecco. I can't imagine it's going to have a very good effect on my how I conduct myself. But I imagine I could get through quite a bit. Uh, Mine too closely followed by When a Child is Born. I've got a pure the you know that I'm not like I was brought up Catholic, but I'm not a Catholic anymore, and I'm really not religious in any way. I'm actually quite like depending what day you get me on, I'm quite anti-religious, kind of to a point. Not that I would ever take anyone's religion away from them, but I just don't think the beliefs should be organised like that. Anyway, the point is, so I'm not usually one for things like hymns and religious themed music, but one of my guilty pleasures, one of my favourite Christmas songs is "Oh Holy Night," and I love the version that Celine Dion does. But there's loads of different versions of it. Like everyone's had a go at it. But that's a Christmas song that I actually really like, despite the like it's heavily religious themed, because I think it's a hymn, isn't it? Annie Lennox, A Christmas Cornucopia is about as much Christmas music as I can stand. I've been loving this year. I've been really enjoying Kelly Clarkson's "Underneath the Tree." If Mariah is singing, then a couple bottles of prosecco. No warm up, no interview. It just flew by. Oh, yeah, that seems a bit shitty. Like just 90 minutes and that's it. Not offended. I just despise that song. Oh, really? Oh no, I like it. Um, in fact, under fucking shoes. Uh, in fact, yeah, I will because I can get my WhatsApp on here. Let me see if I can do this in a way. So I'll show you a picture. Um, that's if my WhatsApp opens. Update required. No, leave me alone. Do, 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 do. So Sandy's kind of in your camp, guys. He doesn't really like it either. Um, oh, no, I've got this set up so you can see it. No, I've not. Right, you can still hear me. I just need to sort this out so you can see the screen. Um, Display capture, and then that's what the issue is. It's like, sorry, I know this is stupid. Uh, Transform fit to screen, and that didn't work. Right, never mind. Anyway, the point is Sandy doesn't like that song either. And if I can kind of find some way to show you this image. then I will. In fact, I know what I can do because I know for a fact that this screen works because I was using it just before. Right. So this is what I want to show you. So yeah, I was in the shower and I was listening to as you can see, Mariah. And I came out the shower and I had this message waiting for me when I came out the shower. So it did make me chuckle a wee bit. But yeah, as I say, he's very much in the same camp as you guys. Sandra doesn't like it either. Maybe I'm like a minority. Fairy Tale of New York says Pony. It very much redeems you. Oh, that's good to know. I think I must be way behind in the chat. Don't have a dentist in France yet, and due to dentist shortage, I couldn't get anywhere until mid-December. I don't have pain, so it's okay. It can wait. That's a shame. Okay, points score going back up. Celine Dion over MC every time, apart from Hero. Oh, over Mariah Carey. Apart from Hero, I do like her singing that. No, I can't. I actually don't like Mariah singing Hero. I feel as so Mariah like loves to do that thing with her voice. It's kind of a like voice attention seeking. Like it's like attention seeking by singing is what she does. And I kind of feel like no one can do All I Want for Christmas except Mariah. Like she was, I don't know, maybe she was just the first one that I heard, and that like she's the best for me. But in terms of Hero, I don't like listening to her singing that. Um, or am I talking rubbish? I might be thinking of a different song actually. I don't know. Again, my brain's not really quite with it today, folks. So um, I'm having these wee these wee fuzzy moments. Uh, Jones will report back. Uh, oh, on the overnight oats. Sandra says that's how I do overnight oats too. Overnight oats with almond butter and a smashed banana is good. Yeah, I like the idea of almond butter in it. Going to try that, says Lottie. Carol of the Bells is next. Then Krista Berg, Spaceman make my top lineups. Simon adores Oh Holy Night. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's a good wee song, isn't it? It's I don't know. I just find it really peaceful and quite nice. Um, Charlotte Church's version. Oh, okay. I don't know if I've actually listened to that like anytime recently. I like to. I'm weird, right? So, "Oh Holy Night's" actually got. Well, I think it's actually got three verses, but the two verses that we hear in Chris, no, Celine Dion's version are the first and the third verses, I think. Um, so I like to listen to different versions because most of them will just repeat the first kind of a verse over and over again. Um, So I like to listen to different versions and see if I can find one that has like that sings the different verses. Drummer Boy, East 17 Stay, East 17. I think I might have added a bit an extra T there. Um, I love a spaceman came traveling, says Sandra. Is that a spaceman came traveling? Is that Sting? Or am I getting mixed up again? I think we discussed this last Christmas, Chris. I'm not religious at all either, and also love Oh Holy Night. It gives me shivers. Oh, maybe we did. It wouldn't surprise me. I forget quite easily these days. Love Universal Child from Christmas Cornucopia. Sandra's got good taste. Oh, that must have been when I showed that picture. Yeah. Um, yeah, he's a cheeky git, but I love him to bits. Uh, and tomorrow is the 1st of December, so time to watch the musical version of a Muppet Christmas Carol. Yeah. Um, I love that song, I'm with you. Sorry I couldn't come to your team sooner running around the kitchen. That's fine. Uh, Simon says you can't delete your messages anymore. Um, Mariah attention seeking, surely not. I know. She doesn't massacre Hero like some of her other stuff. No, there's a song, it's not Hero. Hero's a nice song that she does, but there's a song that she, in my view, attempts to do, and I just don't like it. And now I'm struggling to remember what song it is. It's a nice song, but she kind of just takes it and tries to do all her mad voicey things with it, and it annoys me. If it comes back to me, I'll let you know what it is. Um, oh, your messages on. Oh, okay, on this, your YouTube messages. It should let you delete it, really. It should let you retract your own messages. Let's see if I can. Okay, it's given the two options on StreamYard that it's given me are to put the user in timeout and to ban user and delete their comments, as in all their comments. It's not letting me delete a single comment though. Mm. Uh, Red Wing. Hi, Red Wing, by the way. It just doesn't like Mariah's voice at all. Carol of the Bells is amazing. Home Alone did it a huge service. Spaceman came travelling. Oh, Chris the Burke, right, okay. Hi, Debbie, how are you? I can report or block, but I can't delete. Uh, Muppet Christmas Carol. Yeah, I love. I, I do enjoy Muppet Christmas Carol. Muppet Christmas Carol. Oh, it'll be time to start the Christmas movies as well soon. Christmas movies and um, putting up the tree, get the tunes on. Exciting. I've actually got a Christmas night out tomorrow. No, not a night, a day, a Christmas day. It's basically an afternoon in the pub. No, not tomorrow. Saturday. Again, brain fog. Uh, oh, we really have to be careful what we say now if we can't delete anymore, says Donna. Um, I can remove messages from a non-moderator and remove my own. Right, okay. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. So yeah, no, that should be fine then. Maybe it's just because 'cause I'm in StreamYard that I'm only getting those 2 options. Actually love every version of the Christmas Carol, even when cheesy sitcoms do their own versions. Um, Tomorrow my head goes into Christmas mode. Will you Oh, you don't put up a tree, Simon, you've got Not really a tree, is it? You what is it you call it? I want to say you call it a Christmas twig, but that's not right, is it? Um, anyway, you've got something that you do, so will you be doing that tomorrow, or do you wait until closer to you, or how do you do it? When does everyone kind of start decorating for this time of year? Um, Branch, is that what it is? Branch. Uh, for me, it's any time in December. It just depends how I'm feeling and when I can be arsed doing it. But any time of December is fair game. Such a good memory. I really don't. It's random wee snippets that I remember. Oh, slammed that down a bit harder than I meant to. Can open our skincare calendars tomorrow, his and hers. Sandy just got me an advent calendar. It's a hotel chocolate one. It's got like salted caramel chocolates in it. So I'm looking forward to opening that tomorrow. Sandra's doing decorations tomorrow. That's exciting. And Lottie's dog eats decorations, so no tree here. Well, last year we only had Luna. We only had one dog, and she wasn't really fussed about the Christmas tree, which was good. But this year I've got two. So we got Sola, I think about August. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Um, Decorate the first week of December. Around the 26th of November, we get out the tree and put lights on for anniversary, usually to light up each other's life. Oh, that's sweet. We put our tree up pretty late, but I did get lights for this year, so I'll put those up this weekend probably. That'll be nice. Okay, shall we pull some cards then? Shall we move on and do our wee spread that we've got? I say wee spread, it's actually a 6 card spread, so that's quite a big spread, isn't it? By most people's standards. I'm going to turn off this heater now as well. My legs will probably get freezing because I'm that used to them having been roasted for the last 37 minutes. So I'm actually using the Wild Unknown, not for any particular reason, except I just took a wee notion for it. Just before I went live, I thought, oh, I fancy using the Wild Unknown, so I thought that's what I'm going to do. Who all is going to be pulling cards with me, and what decks are you using? Put in the chat what deck you're using, just so that I can visualize, you know. And what's everyone drinking too? That's right, I'd said grab a wee drink. A Sling and Sip. So we've got the Sling and we've got the Sip. So I've got in my Pride Costa cup. I've got decaf coffee with a bit of white chocolate, hot chocolate powder in it, and oat milk. Ugh. Jones has got the Morgan Greer. Debbie is going to use Symbolic Souls. Very nice. I don't think I've heard of that before. Donna has the Reflective Tarot, small, shiny RWS, and is drinking Ruby Port. Oh, Ruby Port. Listen to you. Very fancy, Donna. Very fancy indeed. um, oh, Aquamarine 18. I saw Sing and Sip. I was like, shit, have I called this Sing and Sip rather than Sling and Sip? But I can see up there it does it does say slang. I don't want to be false advertising. Although to be fair, I accidentally did let out a wee lyric of a song earlier on. Um, it just slipped out whilst I was scrolling through comments, so it has been a bit of a Sling Sip as well up until this point. Um, let's see. Billy Soul, Reflective Tarot. Tony started doing the lights thing on their 18th anniversary and carried it on. That's nice. Wow, 18. How long have you been married, Tony? 18. You must have got married when you were 3 years old. Um, I have to call. I have to call to take at quarter till, but I'll be back in a bit. I have to call to take at quarter till. I don't call to take. I'm taking it. What you mean is you have to head. You have to go, or you have to go somewhere at quarter two, which is in like 4 minutes. So yeah, catch up when you're back. Tony's using the Stretch Tarot and Miss Orsh's Zombie Oracle. Very nice. That port was €10 from Lidl. Very fancy. Lidl's where, well, actually, I've been doing my food shop in Aldi recently, but Lidl's where I would usually do it. I've got the Aztec Codex Tarot in front of me, a recent Kickstarter. Oh, very nice, Greg. Lidl rocks, says Jones. Yeah, it does. Lidl do a good pour. I hope you have your Lidl app on your phone and you get your, is it 10% off for every £200 you spend or something like that? It's your 29th anniversary. Wow, that's amazing, Tony. Well done, you two. They do a good pour. Well, now I'll have to go grab a beer and a deck. It'll be Smithwick's for me, I think. Nice, very nice. Um, oh, a phone call, says Deanne. Right, okay. The Aztec Codex looks fun. I'll need to look it up. Get mainly Oracle decks, says Lottie. But I have the Akashic Tarot and the Rider Waite deck I could use. You can use Oracles if you prefer. Just any deck. Use whatever you want. We're easy Ozy. We get Lidl coupons on the Lidl France app. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we are the same. We get coupons and stuff on our app. Okay, right. So as I say, it's a 6 card spread. There's no special pattern to it. It's just like 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 underneath. So like a 3 by 2 square. Let me just find the. Here we go. Um, okay, and this is called the Holiday Season Tarot Spread, and I've got it from Rose Mystics. I think they've posted it on Instagram. I've found it just through a Google search and looked through the images a bit, but this seems to be Rose Mystics. Right, I'm going to do my last 4 shuffles. Okay. So the first card, the first spread position is what intention should I set in place for this holiday or holiday season? What intention should I set in place for this season? And my first card is the Nine of Pentacles. Very nice. Um, okay, so for me, the Nine of Pentacles for me is about, I suppose, remembering to enjoy the hard work that you put into life, right? And I do say life very generally. I'm pretty sure probably all of us work our absolute arses off day in, day out. Whether that's doing actual work or whether it's, whatever it is that we're doing, we've all got busy lives. And sometimes we kind of forget to treat ourselves and we forget to actually enjoy, the kind of the pleasures that come with all of that discipline and that hard work. So that's something maybe that I need to remember this holiday season is actually to kind of enjoy it. Um, but also see the way this kind of I'm going to turn on this wee light here. Um, the way that this image looks here. Do you see how the pentacles are all kind of they're all stacked up in this diamond shape, and then it's like they're kind of protected by the feathers. It's like they've got this kind of a nest of feathers almost. Um, so I see this as protecting, almost like protecting my money as well, and that is something that I do have to try and do is not overspend. I do need to be, I suppose, just careful with how much I'm spending on different stuff. Um, I think that's probably something that lots and lots of folks could bear in mind over this kind of a season, just because it is so commercialized and you know it does become an absolute spending frenzy for lots and lots of people. Um, so I suppose there's a wee bit of that I see in it as well. Um, so I'll put in the chat what the spread position is, but if you haven't done so already, pop in the chat what you got. Um, so one was, what intention should I set in place for this holiday? Holiday/holiday season. Oh, thank you, Tony. Thank you very much. That's ideal. Right, let's see. I didn't get the piece of paper till our 21st anniversary. That's more for age and security though. I'm so romantic. Um, oh, okay, so it's a Smithwaite clone Aztec style. It's quite cool. Oh, very nice. I wonder if Simon's seen that one. It's a Smithwaite clone. Only a couple young, so we've been married for 26 and a half years, says Donna. Wow. I've been married for 1.5 years. Well, no, more than that now. Um, it'll be 2 years and a month and a bit actually, so, like, uh, what's that? 23 months. Uh, okay, Donna got the 4 of swords. Um, so alright, so 4 of swords, and let me just remember what deck you're using, Donna, so I can see if I can picture it in my head. Reflective Tarot, a small shiny RWS, right? Okay, so it's an RWS and it's shiny. Um, it's very much in line with that kind of taking a bit of a step back, taking a bit of a rest from the hustle and the bustle. I suppose just giving yourself some much needed time off and rest from everything that's going on around about you. Um, Again, I think that's another thing that lots of us could maybe try and manifest for ourselves this season, because it does get very, very busy and hectic. And I'm not just talking about like the hustle and the bustle and the shops and stuff. I mean, like, we've all got so much on at this time of year. Like, there's nights out. Quite often when you think about your weekends in December, they're often absolutely jam packed, and we don't really remember to take much time for ourselves. So maybe that's something that you're being asked to focus on, but that again that we could maybe all look at. Jones, it's got the hermit, so I mean that I suppose that's almost like that's in the same vein, isn't it? It could be quite a similar message. I'm interested in what you guys see in your cards as well. So if you want to share, then please feel free to do so. If you would rather just kind of keep it to yourself, that's fine as well. But yeah, the hermit, I suppose reflective. It's quite cool because the hermit marks the kind of a coming to the end of that first cycle of 10, of the first 10 major arcana. Uh, kind of like how December marks the end of the year. Often we see hermits in like a wintry type scene as well. But for me, it's like reflecting on how far you've come on, almost like an appraisal type thing, how have I got on, what's gone well, what's not gone so well. So maybe this is a time for a bit of a just a reflection on how the year's been. Um, the Seven of Swords, so I'll be the Grinch and steal Christmas, says Debbie. Okay, so I like to see the Seven of Swords as being about looking for uh, different unconventional ways to approach an issue or a problem. So I don't know if there's something particular that that could apply to, but maybe that's something that you could look at. I got the King of Keys further in my career, so no rest for me then, says Lottie. The King of Keys, is that as keys? What is keys? Is that wands or pentacles, or like, how does that translate to the traditional um, suits? Well, Seven of Wands for Tony. Valor, protecting my preferences and beliefs. Nice. Uh, I can't believe it's been 2 years already. I know, time really does fly, doesn't it? Aquamarine has, is it Laura? I think I do this to you every time you join my lives, by the way, and I'm sorry. Um, Sometimes I'm good with names and sometimes I'm not, and I feel as though, and I could be wrong, but I feel as though every time you join my live, I've got to remind myself what your name is. That's terrible. I drew Judgment. Okay, that's an interesting. That's quite intense for an intention to set for this season, isn't it? Yeah, that's an interesting one. So Judgment for me, I suppose amongst other things, it's like the drawing a line in the sand card, like drawing a line under stuff that's come before and moving on from it. Um, so I don't know what kind of year that you've had, so maybe this is where you say to yourself, right, do you know what, you know, regardless of what's happened before December or this kind of a time, this is going to be my time. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to, whether it's you're just going to kind of enjoy your books and like all of the stuff, all of the kind of pleasures in life that you have, or whether you particularly enjoy this kind of a time of year and you want to take in that spirit, that Christmas spirit, festive spirit rather. Um, but maybe it's like where you're like, right, you know what, whatever's happened before, moving on from it, and I'm just going to enjoy myself. This is my time. Um, you once did a reading, "What is Happiness?" and I got the Hermit, study and being self-guided and isolation. They're very apt. You're right about reflection. I need to find my spark again. Right, okay. Okay, that's interesting. So Hermit is what is happiness for you, and that's what you're being told to manifest this season. So manifest happiness then. Find that joy. Yeah, it's Laura. Well, at least I fucking remembered it correctly. Um, I don't get that. That's no, that's fine. Oh, I think judgment is all about me sticking to boundaries this holiday season, no nonsense. Okay, okay, fair enough. Um, let's see. Liminal Lark, Leander got the Nine of Cups. Um, the Tarot of Oneness presents a beautiful image of golden eggs ready to hatch, indicating a bright future. Welcome relief, I assure you. Oh, that sounds nice. Um, that's quite cool that you've got golden eggs, and I've got like kind of a they're they are pentacles, they're golden pentacles, but they're within like a fairy nest. Um, so you think he uses pentacles, right? Okay, cool. Greg got the devil. Typical. Trust you, Greg. Trust you to get the devil. Oh, that's funny. Lots of food, drink, and who knows what else for me then. Tony says debauchery, and you say you hope so. Oh, that's that's quite funny. That doesn't surprise me. Okay, are we ready to move on to position two then? So that was position one, and that was what we're manifesting. Position two, what can I do to make the most of this holiday or holiday season? So what can I do to make the most of this time? Okay, I've got the Daughter of Pentacles. Um, I see. I don't know. When we walk the dogs in a graveyard that's just down the road there, and we quite often see deer in the graveyard. Uh, and my dogs are really funny. Like they're pulling on their leads. They want to go and play with the deer, but Luna does this thing where she imitates the deer's run, the way that they run. You know, the way that kind of a bounce. She does this thing where she tries to imitate them. But, like, it's quite cute because this is the Daughter of Pentacles, so this is quite a young deer, and what we often find is that the younger deer are more curious and they'll come closer, still keeping a lot of distance, but they're more curious and they'll be a bit more daring, whereas the grown-up ones, I don't know, I think they're a bit more easily spooked and a bit more wary of people and animals and stuff, um, but yeah, so what can I do to make the most of this? To me, this is all about kind of a curiosity. And it's about maybe taking a step towards something, getting interested in and inquiring into something that you maybe otherwise wouldn't. I know that's maybe a somewhat unusual interpretation for the Daughter of Pentacles, which is kind of like the Page of Pentacles. Um, but the pages are like they're full of curiosity and they're like particularly Pentacles, they want to know how things work and they want to understand like kind of things and stuff like that. So there's definitely that curiosity element to it. And just having that kind of a sense of wonder and stuff like that about everything that's going on and almost that innocence, you know, that not having no expectations, just enjoying stuff as it comes. Uh, Again, it's a Pentacles card. Our Pentacles courts they tend to all have this kind of like sensibleness about their money and about their resources and how they organize themselves. So again, I feel as though that's kind of a coming in again, kind of a similar to what that was doing, where that's like it feels like I'm protecting my money. Um, the Daughter of Pentacles feels like it's kind of a sort of talking about that as well, that kind of just being sensible with my finances and stuff like that, and maybe not going towards the overspending temptation. Um, okay, So Tony's very kindly posting the questions for me. Thanks very much, Tony. So what can I do to make the most of the season? Donna has got the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Um, so that's interesting. So there's do you how do you read that, Donna? So the first thing that comes to my mind is a big part of the spirit of this time of year is being charitable, being generous, and I suppose just remembering that not everyone is as has as good a time of it as everyone else, you know. Um, so for those of us that are able to, be generous in some way, there's lots of different ways to do that. That it could be given to a charity. Um, my work does this giving tree, so it's it's basically a tree where lots of tags, tags that you put on Christmas presents. Is there another word for that? Tag, label. The wee thing where you would write like to such and such, lots of love from that. There's loads of them on the tree. And it's the idea is you take well, you can take as many as you want, but you take one and it's for a child in your local area who maybe isn't living in a home that can provide lots of presents at Christmas. So or it's like kids who just aren't, they aren't in a position where they can enjoy Christmas. So um, the idea is like everybody kind of like goes out and gets something, and they wrap it and stuff, and then the presents all go off to the charity that's organising it. I didn't explain that very well at all, but I think you get the gist. Uh, but oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's just ban that user and hide all their comments, shall we? Um, but yeah, um, I know as well, like kind of a just things like if you've got like maybe like elderly neighbours who don't have family or don't have anyone, just kind of a checking in on them this time of year, see how they're doing, that kind of thing. Like there's lots of different ways that we can be, uh, we can care and we can show that we care and we can be charitable. It's not doesn't necessarily have to be to do with money. Um, let's see. Tony's got the lovers. So, well, it is your anniversary, Tony, so enjoy. Um, talk about lighting up each other's lives, yeah. Eight of Cups for Debbie. Okay, interesting. Um, and your Oracle card is Bite Mark. My goodness. My goodness, this is supposed to be a family show. Um, so Jones got the Six of Pentacles as well. Find a bit of generosity and charity, but only a bit. Bah. Did you get the same? You know what they say. Uh, you got to give. You got to give to receive. Is that what you're saying? Uh, I got Sangha community coming together with like-minded people, includes family and friends, but also spiritual community. Yeah, definitely. Um, I think that's definitely something that brings me a lot of joy. That's one of the things I love about this time of year is um, I do get to see. I've got a brother and his wife who live in Northern Ireland, and we generally get to see them at this time of year. Uh, yeah, and yeah, I kind of enjoy seeing my family at this time of year. And then again, I appreciate that not everyone's in that position. Like lots of people just can't be able, like, they don't have that. bond with their family. Lots of people just can't be bothered with their family at this time of year, which is fair enough. Um, I read it as making sure I find a way to help those not as well off as I am. Okay, that's nice. And Jones says, yeah, these are twins. Okay, cool. So that was the uh, second position. The third one, what new traditions can I create? What new traditions can I create? I've got the Hanged Man. Um, okay, so the way I interpret that is just maybe do something a wee bit differently. Turn it on its head. Look at it from another point of view. Just oh, that was the question, wasn't it? What new traditions can I create? Yeah, I feel as though it's kind of answering the question with the question. It's just repeating the questions back at me. Um, Interesting. Try to think if there's any other way that I can see this. So this is one of the cards that I'm always a wee bit about in this deck because to me the whole point in the Hanged one is you're putting yourself in a different position. You know, you're looking at things from a new perspective, one that you're not used to. Bats do hang upside down, so that's not a new perspective for them. You know, um, so it's a bit of a weird one. I'm not really sure how much I enjoy this. The use of the bat for this card. But then I suppose if she was to depict like any other animal, hanging upside down, it would be in distress, and maybe she just didn't want to go down that route. So, who knows? Anyway, so yeah, that's what I got. The hanged one, for what new traditions to create, and I'm going to see that as just you know taking taking something that you normally do in a particular way and doing it differently. So I suppose that's my job is to see, right, what kind of a things, what normal things that I would normally do, kind of put a different spin on and maybe do it a bit differently. Uh, Greg says best keep the rest of my cards to my chest. I've got my reputation, your reputation to think about. What was your last card? Did you tell us? So I know you got the devil. Excuse me. I don't think you told us what your second card was, did you? So after the devil, you're like, no, I'm not telling you anything else. Two of Wands for Donna. New traditions to create. That's interesting. I wonder what your thoughts on that. The King of Swords, Christmas trivia contests. Okay, I like that. That's cool. Still upside down, so you see things differently. Yeah. Get a new perspective by walking a mile in a bat's shoes. Yeah, true. Um, Five of Wands, strife. I can stress people out for a change. The oracle is hope. Okay, so for new traditions, you've got the Five of Wands and hope. Okay, so maybe it's trying to find the hope in the more challenging situations. I don't know. Uh, Jones got the Five of Wands as well. Jones, you been a wee copycat? You'd you keep doubling up with people, so you do. I think you're synced into the group. Challenge conventions, fight for them. I like that. That's nice. Two cards fell out. The bird's nest, starting new things, and spiritual expansion. And waterfall, also about expansion of of psychic force. How weird the two cards are similar. So you get the bird's nest and waterfall. So expansion, that's nice. So maybe it's taking what you would normally do and I don't know, expanding, like involving more people, maybe. Two of Wands, maybe taking stock of where I am and making plans for the coming year. Yeah, definitely. I definitely see that kind of a planning aspect to it. Um, I know lots of people like to set like kind of a New Year's like resolutions or New Year's intentions and things like that. So maybe that you can make that a wee Christmas tradition for yourself. Unfortunately, no one will play trivia games with me. I'm the font of useless information. Really, Debbie, that's so cool. My husband's a wee bit like that as well. He's really good in a quiz, so he is. Um, Taro Wu is kicking in for Jones and Tony. Um, Keywords on mine are a bit harsh. Yeah, what deck did you say you were using, Tony? Don't know if I'll be able to go back and find it. The Stretch Tarot and the Zombie Oracle. So the Stretch Tarot, is that a kind of a Thoth based? Because that Strife, and I can't remember what else you had. But Strife, I'm pretty sure that's the one that like the Golden Dawn type keyword that the Thoth cards use. Uh, I swear I've got stalactites forming on my nose. Mhm. Uh, Lottie started a mediumship course recently. So this spread so far is spooky accurate. Oh, that's good. That's pretty cool. Um, Greg got the Page of Cups and then the Hierophant. So Devil, then the Page of Cups, and then the Hierophant. So probably praying for forgiveness. Oh, that's so weird. You get the Devil and then the Hierophant, and then that poor wee innocent Page of Cups is stuck in the middle. Uh, uh, I think it might be lovely collage vintage images. The backs are fab. Yeah, the stretch tarot's not one that I've got. So it's not one that I'm really that familiar with. But no, that's cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, so that's the first three. So what I think I'll do, I'm going to shift my three cards that I've got here over to the side, and then I'll put my next three side by side. But I think the way the spread works is it's just like the first three, and then the other three go below them. So the fourth card is what should I be prioritizing? What should I be prioritizing? Well, I've got the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. So this actually makes me think. So the way that this card is you've got like your kind of a eight wands, and they're very. This is a kind of a very quite black and white deck. Like there's splashes of color through it, but there's lots of kind of a black and white, kind of a pen and ink type art. And the 8 wands are actually they're arranged in this kind of a, like, diamond, not diamond, like, star type shape. Very black and white, and then we've got this kind of a lightning bolt that's rainbow colored, that's injecting the energy into the situation, and it's going right for the center, so it is. So what was previously kind of a quite monotonous maybe, and arranged just so, we've got this kind of a spark of something interesting coming in and just lighting a fire, and probably going to shoot all these sticks off in every direction. Um, so that's really kind of what makes me think of it's a high energy situation, but it's more specific than that. It's like injecting the energy into that, probably like a situation that's becoming a bit stagnant or needs a bit of a shake up. So that's where my priorities should maybe lie, identifying, right, what is the situation that needs a bit of energy injected into it, and how can I bring that lightning bolt in? How can I inject that energy in? Um, and yeah, just energize the situation. So that's my priority for this season. What about you folks? Yeah, what are you doing with the Page of Cups? I know the Page of Cups is. I was going to say something, but probably shouldn't. Um, Thank you, Tony. Donna has the King of Wands. He usually represents my husband in readings for myself, so I guess that's my answer. Well, that's nice. He'll be delighted to hear that he's getting prioritized. um, Tony got the Nine of Cups, contentment with new values, making making some home brew to fill all those cups. That sounds like a plan, Tony. Jones has the Page of Pentacles. Excuse me. Sorry, I keep yawning, don't I? New seeds, new learning. Plan for the new year by thinking of what I need. Nice. The Page of Wands, don't even go there. Oops. Yeah, so you're prioritizing your wand then, Greg. That's two pages you've got. You've got two majors and two pages. Um, I wonder how we're looking at that. Uh, Debbie got the Hermit. So prioritizing introspection. So spending a bit so prioritizing yourself, I guess, isn't it? Self-care, looking after yourself, spending a bit of time just being reflective, like maybe. Um, But also, I feel as though something that we maybe quite often forget about the hermit is that lantern, that light that they shine. So the hermit isn't only kind of in it for themselves, but they're actually kind of they're actually a shining beacon for, you know, for the people around about them. Um, the hermit's quite often it's that person who makes it okay to be a bit different. So just an everyday example, like who all here like would sit in a meeting and like say like in work, you would sit in a meeting and there's a question that you want to ask, but you don't ask it because you feel like you're the only person that doesn't know the answer to that question and you don't want to look silly. I'm sure we've all done that at some point, right? But the hermit with that shining lantern, the hermit is the they're the person who kind of inspires us. They're the person who asks the questions, you know, that isn't scared to kind of step outside the norm a wee bit. Um, and yeah, they kind of inspire that hermit within us. Um, so yeah, I don't know why what I'm getting at with that there in terms of what you're prioritizing, Debbie. But yeah, just don't undervalue, um, I suppose, the value that you bring to everyone else as well. Got a fated meeting, so not sure how to. Oh, fated meeting was the card that you got. Not sure how to interpret that one. Perhaps getting ready to meet someone who'll help me along the way. Definition says to keep my individual and collective growth a priority. Yeah, if it was for me, fated meeting would probably be. Um, so I keep my interest in this kind of a stuff quite quiet. Like I've got some friends that know that I do it, and some that really don't. And I suppose the reason that I do that is because I feel as though I'm going to have to explain myself. I'm going to have to justify it almost to people who might think that it's, it's there's something wrong with it or it's not real or, you know. And there's a part of me that just dreads having that conversation. So for me, that would be my fated meeting. Is when I kind of I come out of the broom closet and I then feel like I'm being subjected to, being questioned and stuff. Now, that a lot of that is in my head. That's probably not how it would go down at all. Um, so I've kind of almost created this fated meeting in my head for myself. So given just what you were kind of seeing this has been about, Lottie, you've started something new. You've started your new mediumship course. Maybe that could have relevance to you. Um, that's how I feel. Most of my family and friends don't share my beliefs, so I keep it quiet. There we go. Okay, um, so if you're being asked to prioritize that, um, maybe it's just your cards way of maybe saying to you, like, as much as it's uncomfortable, it's maybe a step that you need to take at some point. It's not saying you need to do it right now, but it's maybe just something to think about, something to have an idea in your head and have a wee plan in your head of how you want to do it. Because I know for a fact, like just in myself, I know that I hold myself back uh, because I'm not willing to share that part of myself with other people, and that has an effect on me. So it does. Um, so maybe that's why they're maybe giving you that wee push, not to necessarily come right out of the mediumship closet, but just have a kind of a deeper think about how that conversation would be and, you know, what it might mean for you and stuff. You might need to uncover your hermit's lamp, says Jones. I think that's what makes Tarot Tube and community so relatable for everyone. Yeah, absolutely. Um, oh, I've missed a bunch of comments there. So cups and wands are very steamy. Yeah, I wrote down guide others when I got it. The lamp is seen by others. Um, my hubby deserves to be prioritised. He's a keeper, said Donna. Oh, that's sweet. Let's see. Yeah, so Lottie says yes. I had a reading recently and they said it's time to come out of my safe box. Right, okay, okay. Um, but not flashing, Jones. Oh, okay. You might need to uncover your hermit's lamp, but not flashing. My head went to a bad place there, so it did. Um, yeah. I mean, Jones, if Tony's not gonna flash you, are you even interested in being here anymore? I don't know. Maybe that's a question that we all need to ask ourselves. Hi Heather, how are you? How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Dropping by before making dinner. We are pulling some cards together and we've got two positions left, Heather, if you want to pull for one or both of them. Um, let's see. I was going to say unsheathed by some how that vibe came across anyway. Uh, terrible double entendre. Yeah, that's okay. We're here for all that, so we are. Oh, right. I was going to say unsheathed, but somehow that vibe came across anyway. Cool. Right. So that's I'll just put that there for now. That was position four, the fifth and penultimate position. Okay, what can I release? So what can I release this season? Oh, I've got three of swords. Okay. So what can I release? I've got the three of swords. So I mean, it's interesting because the question is about releasing something, and then we have this image of these swords being bound up. Yeah. So to me, that's like, well, the swords, that's exactly what it is that you need to release. But now I'm like, right, okay, well, what do these swords actually represent for me then? For me, swords are a card about, it's about the mind, the mental kind of a side of things. It's about learning. It's about information. It's about the way that we understand the world around about us. Um, and three is about growth. So three of swords is usually a card about growth of the mind, right? It's about learning. It's about expanding your understanding. Quite often, though, we obviously see it as being this kind of a card about um like heartache, about a difficult emotional card, and I think that maybe has something to do with the idea of how the truth hurts, or like sometimes when we kind of when those difficult truths come towards us and we're hit with like these difficult things, it can be quite emotional, it can be quite painful. Um, that kind of a clash, I guess, to break that stalemate that we see in the Two of Swords, it can be it's like kind of a little ripping off the plaster. Um, so it can be quite a painful time. Right. So what are you talking about then, Chris? So putting all that together, what is it that I need to release? What does this represent? I mean, it could be like there's maybe something that I've been putting off, and now it's just time to, like I say, rip off the plaster. It's time to just go for that, and deal with the pain that comes with it. But through that pain comes growth. You can heal from it and you can move on. Whereas if you keep everything bound up the way that it is, then you're never really actually going to be able to properly move on from the situation and heal from it. I actually kind of suppose I maybe know what that's kind of about. So yeah, okay, fair enough. So it's time for me to actually do something about this thing then, eh? Um, oh, Debbie's got the tower. So yeah, again, thank you, Tony. What can I release this season? Davy's got the tower. Okay, so that's a big release card, isn't it? Um, so that's the tower is like all the stuff that, all the stuff we've been building up around ourselves, the walls we've been putting up around ourselves all this time, and yeah, all of a sudden it's this lightning bolt comes along. Um, yeah, so what are your thoughts on that, Debbie? Do you have any kind of a particular thoughts on the tower in that position? Uh, Judgment, not likely. Not likely to release judgment. Um, we like to be a wee bit judgy sometimes, don't we? We like to have that wee. I know. I was scrolling through TikTok earlier on, and this comedian, he says that like he says, I'm sure you're all like me. I think it was Daniel Slosh or something's his name. He says, I'm sure everybody in this audience is like me. Like you try to be the best person that you can. You try to be kind. You try to be nice to everyone. And certainly outwardly, that's how I am. And then he says, however, I've got this voice in my head who's just an awful person, um, who just like just anyone that it sees, it just judges and slags off. And um, yeah, he's just given the example. He's walking along the street and he's seeing as, oh, that's nice. They're walking their dog, and oh, that's lovely. Like they're taking their baby out in their pram. How nice. Oh, that's lovely. That's so nice. And then the wee voice in the back of his head saying, like, ugly, your dog's stupid, your baby's ugly. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's that. Um, how did I start talking about that? Because judgment, because we're talking about releasing judgment. Down an absolute rabbit hole, sorry. Tony got the Page of Cups. So you have to release the Page of Cups. What does that mean, Tony? You're laughing at that, so that must mean something particular to you. Um, let's see. Definitely feeling the Three of Swords lately, says Heather. It's like every card hitting me at once, if that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. And Greg says Nine of Swords, Catholic guilt, maybe. Regret, past trauma seems appropriate for me. Right, okay. And Davies Jones has got the Four of Wands. I don't tend to put effort into celebrating. I think I need to celebrate more, release the party. Okay, okay. So maybe being a wee bit less bah humbug then, Jones. And let that little inner party animal Jones out a wee bit. I got the Queen of Scrolls, writing, communication, study, and another card about personal growth. Card pulls tonight seem to be a theme. Okay. See, it's interesting though because this is about what to release, what to let go of. Yeah. So your card is about writing, communication, and study. So there might be an aspect of that maybe where it's telling you to trust yourself more, because for me, like if I'm thinking like writing and communication, I'm thinking of like, like studying the books, writing and communication, like right, what does the book say about that one? Right, okay, well it says that, in this card we see the destructive side of fire. Therefore, that is the meaning that it assigns, right? I need to learn that. I'll write it 3 times, I'll highlight it in different colours. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think when I see writing, communication, and study. It's like the more kind of a traditional way, whereas I feel like maybe it's telling you to release that a wee bit and maybe um, just learn to trust your intuition more. It's more of like kind of a looking for the answers within yourself, if that kind of makes sense. Um, I don't know, just a random thought that I had. The Page of Cups, inspiration with sign. Time to let the lid off the cup and just be free. Nice. Yeah, release that fish back into the ocean. The Three of Swords, it might also be overthinking is causing you to feel like you're in knots. Yeah, yeah, it could be. Yeah, because yeah, maybe I do that every now and then, overthinking. Um, Seriously, I do try to keep my judginess in check. You don't come across as a judgmental person at all, Donna, can I just say? And try to see things from other perspectives. Yeah. Um, Again, I think we all do our best, don't we? Um, but like, so the judgment card. Um, Depending on what the image is in your cards, we quite often see it as being like it's like releasing yourself from past guilt, or, guilt about what's happened in the past, or, just stuff that you've been hanging on to. It's almost like you're releasing that, that kind of a extra baggage. Release the stuff that you're ready to kind of draw a line under and move on from. Uh, the Kraken of Karma. I just pulled the Seven of Wands, says Heather. I have been definitely defending myself lately. The world, it seems easily offended these days. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't think there's very few people here, I think, that would intentionally go out their way to hurt or offend someone. Um, you know, or there's certainly no one here who I feel that would do that or that does that. Um, but I think sometimes that so but with that in mind, right? So we would never kind of go out our way to hurt or offend someone, but being offended, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Do you know what I mean? Like what offends me will be different from what offends Heather, and that'll be different from what offends Tony, which again will be different from what offends Donna. We're all individual. We've got different kind of stories, that places that we've come from. We've got different experiences. Um, and so with all that in mind, how we take stuff, it's different for everyone. Um, so yeah, if someone's been offended, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily going to do them any harm. It's just a testament to the fact that they're an individual, I think. I'm very much of the view that, there's kind of a bit of an onus on both sides. Um, it's up to me to be the best person I can, to try and be considerate in the things that I say and do, and to not offend people. But at the same time, you guys are listening to me. Um, you can probably, most of you probably know me well enough to know what my intentions are. Um, so if you know that my intention is not to upset or offend someone, if I've said something that's maybe kind of a hit you the wrong way, um, then yeah, like let me know and say, look, what you said, this is how I felt about it. This is how you made me feel. But uh, at the same time try and understand that that wasn't the place I was coming from, that wasn't the intention, you know? So that's what I mean when I'm saying there's a bit of an onus on both sides of the whole offence thing. Um, and I feel as though, like, just taking it back to what you were saying, the world seems easily offended these days. Yeah, I mean, we are in a very kind of a volatile world right now where there's lots going on, and it is quite, I suppose it's quite a it's 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 an easy place to get easily offended, I suppose is what I'm saying. But what bugs me more than anything else is there's and again, there's two sides to this as well. There's lots of folks out there who are like just professional. I am offended. You know, it's as though they start their day, they go online or they read the paper or they listen to what XYZ has said, and they are just out to think, right, how can I take umbrage to what has been said or typed or done? You know, they're like professional, like offendees is what I'll call it. It feels like there's lots of people that are like that these days, who are just out to have a moan about, you know, and it just a lot of the time it doesn't feel like it's coming from a good place. It doesn't feel like it's coming from a place of want to set out to make the world a better place where no one is upsetting anyone. It doesn't feel like it's coming from that. It just feels like these people just get some sort of kick out of like I am so offended. So there's that. On the flip side of that though, there's also lots of like trolls who feel like they make it their mission to upset and offend people. You know, they'll just say something to wind people up the wrong way. So yeah. Anyway, I think I'm on a mission to see how many tangents I can go on today. But yeah, the long and short of that is I totally understand what you mean and where you're coming from, Heather. Uh, where it's a card of release, like you said, time to let go and let go. I'm not sure if I understand, Chris, how you're doing your live show right now. I'm assuming we are just pulling random card and then sharing. Yeah, that's absolutely right, Heather. Yeah, we're all just kind of doing our own wee spread here. And we're sharing what card we got and having a chat about what it might mean for us. And if anyone needs help, if anyone like says, "Oh, I got the Three of Swords, I'm not sure what that means. What do you guys think?" And we can all chip in. Uh, but yeah, that's right. We're all doing the same spread together. That's why Tony's very kindly listing the spread positions for us. Um, let's see, the Nine of Swords could just be a series of hangovers. Yeah, that's true. Maybe I need to watch more Christmas movies. Release stuff through writing or journaling, says Lottie. Yeah, it could be. Um, I do need to use my intuition more and get my head out of the book. Yeah, just trust yourself and don't feel as though you necessarily need to get the answer from what someone else has written. It's okay for you to discover, the answers on your own. That's the biggest thing for me about learning tarot is I mean, it's great to, read what other people think and what other people have written and stuff, but also I need to get to a point where I trust how I feel and what my interpretation is and what my understanding is. It needs to come from there. It needs to come initially from my own understanding. And then I can layer in what other people have said about it on top of that. But I need to be confident in my own understanding first and foremost. Um, yeah. Insidious isn't a Christmas movie, but The Cronks 2 is. I love Insidious. I think Insidious is a great film. I don't know if I expressed my thought properly. Hopefully, I didn't offend anyone. Um, no, I know you weren't. I saw your comment and I went down a rabbit hole, Heather. I know that you weren't offending anyone. I know that you weren't offended by anyone. I know that wasn't aimed at this group or this chat or anything. Um, the way I read your comment was you interpreting your card very kind of a generally to stuff that's maybe going on with you. I was just, I suppose, relating to what you were saying, and getting on my soapbox a wee bit about the professional offendees and the professional offenders. So no, I know exactly what you mean. I do have stuff from the past 3 years that I need to release for sure. Hoping to do that over the coming year. Krampus is one of my favourites. A Christmas Horror Story as too, says Jones. Um, the world bit is a bit crazy lately, Heather. Time to release your need to defend and stand proud, maybe. Professional offending. Yeah, you still, you still, you're Simon, you still listening. Um, there are though. I'm like, there are professional offendees. There's people who go out their way just to be offended by things. Um, and see if we could take the professional offenders, like the trolls, and lock them in some kind of cyber room with the professional offendees and just let them hash it out and deal with each other. Then brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Like yous are serving a purpose, like the scales are all balanced nicely. And, you know, as people who just want to kind of express who are not out to hurt anyone, but like kind of a maybe occasionally slip up when we're trying to express ourselves, we can just, I don't know, be happy and not feel like we've hurt someone just because we've said so. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Anyway, been going through something this month, and I'm trying to stand my ground and protect myself. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, Heather. Have to start dinner. This was great. I'm sorry because I was yapping so much. You've only managed to stay for one card. Um, that's my fault. Apologies. Totally too scared of getting it wrong when I should be using intuition. Yeah, but that confidence comes with experience and time, so it does. You can't get it wrong. Trust in you, says Tony. And Malamir's here, just popping in to say hi, just back from your medical appointment. I hope that it went okay, Malamir. And yeah, thinking about you. Hope you're doing okay. We are just on the last card. So the final spread position, sixth and final one, is where should I express more gratitude? Where should I express more gratitude? Ooh, I got the moon. Um, So where should I express more gratitude? I've got the moon card for me. This is a forest type scene. I'm using the wild unknown. We've got a kind of a forest type scene. The way that it looks, it's kind of like the negative. Um, like if you were to take a picture, you get the negatives where the light stuff looks dark and the dark looks light. That almost looks like that's what we're seeing here, where the trees are totally kind of a whited out, and then we've got the black background. Um, so it has that kind of effect. Um, so for me, I don't know if maybe this is more like kind of in the more unusual spaces. Um, so I'm not even really sure what I mean by that. I don't quite know how to put it into words. I suppose what I mean is just in situations where I would maybe normally stay quiet for fear of being judged. not wanting to kind of, step outside the herd type thing, not wanting to stand out. Um, those are maybe the places where I could, express more gratitude and also just kind of like not be scared to stand out a wee bit more. Does that make sense? Um, so yeah, where can I express more gratitude? I've got the moon. What have you guys got for this? Thank you, Tony. Uh, Clementia's creative cartomancy, lurking and liking. Thank you very much. It's lovely to see you. So Donna's got the world. Um, so so everywhere, the whole world, the whole wide world. Lots of Tony's just said she pulled judgment. Lots of judgment cards today. I feel. Like I feel as though you're like the third or fourth person to pull the judgment card. But anyway, sorry. Um, Excuse me, I do beg your pardon. So Donna, your world. So just expressing more gratitude everywhere. Do I think that's what that means? Um, what deck are you using again, Donna? Remind me. So judgment with resurfacing threat. Judgment with also resurfacing threat as the zombie oracle card. I kind of want to see what that looks like. Resurfacing threat. Question is, am I going to be able to find the deck here somewhere? It's not within reach. Um, okay, interesting. Let me know what you think about that, Tony. Debbie's got the Two of Pentacles. Um, so expressing more gratitude, Two of Pentacles. Again, I feel like with this one, I want to have a picture in my head of what the card looks like. So I'm kind of scrolling up to see if I can see. I need to scroll back quite far though. Yes, symbolic souls. So that's not even one that I know after all that. Jones, I would see the moon as also gratitude for your subconscious. So not berating yourself for thoughts and feelings, but being grateful that your subconscious is giving you messages. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot actually. Um, so being grateful for the challenges created by by the arsewipe that's been causing me grief this year. Oh dear. Oh, that was your judgment and resurfacing threat. Okay. Lottie got paths unknown. A card about um, if I stay with the known and safe, then you miss opportunities. So my card is also in a woodland forest. Okay. So I suppose being grateful for those opportunities to step outside the known and the safe, and maybe being willing to step into that every now and then, perhaps. Maybe gratitude that my transatlantic move is finally completed. Well, that's true. That is true. So the world card, quite often for me, depending on the context, it can say that, to me, it's like this, you are where you're meant to be in the world. And quite often that's talking like metaphorically, you're in the best place, you're in a really good place right now. Um, you know, quite often when we say that, when we talk about someone who's in a really good place, we mean like kind of a mentally or emotionally or spiritually, but it can mean physically as well. It can mean about like, where you are physically placed in the world. You're right where you're meant to be, and yeah, that absolutely, I get that. Um, let's see, Ace of Pentacles for Jones. I need to be more grateful for the way that I manifest money and how that's reflected in my physical space. Also, I have the power to make things manifest and happen. Okay, nice. And Debbie's describing the card. It's kind of like a jester juggling, so sort of like your traditional um, Two of Pentacles. Then, uh, cool. Uh, in gratitude that I live in a time when technology can help me connect with my loved ones around the world. Yeah, that's nice. Greg has the High Priestess. Suppose I need to acknowledge my personal integrity and go within to untap my hidden strengths and give myself some real peace. Just ignore the BG pillars, oh, folks, please. Oh, the World Wide Web. Yeah. If anyone wants a visual of the spread or to share it, this is it. Oh, thank you very much, Jones. That's brilliant. Um, I like seeing the spreads and decks too. It would be cool to see everyone's cards. Well, feel free to post them on Instagram. If you're in the Barely Balanced Facebook group, then post your spreads like there. I've done a wee post where I was saying about going live, so you can even just post your spread in the comments. Um, yeah, definitely share. Um, Something I always like to do when I do a spread is I like to kind of add up and see, reduce it down to a number between like 0 and 21 or 1 and 22. So like for the quarters, I do like pages are 11, knights 12, queens 13, kings 14. So we've got 9 plus 11 is 20, plus 12 is 32. Plus 8 is 40, plus 3 is 43, plus 18, so 43 and 18, so that's 51, 61, which reduces to 7, which is the chariot. So I suppose overall then, this season for me, it's about keeping the chariot moving. It's about controlling all those different factors that we represent by the two horses. Keeping all those factors under control, and keeping things moving forward in a way that's kind of that best serves me, that's healthy for me. Um, so I suppose that's just kind of generally about navigating this season, isn't it? What hashtag do you want? Oh gosh. Well, I don't know actually. I'm not really very good at coming up with hashtags. We could even just do like hashtag holiday season spread. Does that sound good enough? Um, yeah, hashtag holiday season spread if you want. but then that's probably quite general. Like, are you looking for something that's going to narrow it down to just this? I'm not sure. I think you should come up with one, Tony. Um, Simon's off to bed, up early, catch you soon. You have a good sleep, Simon. I'm up early as well, actually. I'm getting up early to do the shopping. Hashtag holiday season spread. Cool. Let's do that then. Let's post a picture of our spreads. In fact, you know what? I'll do it whilst I've got you here. Let me just. I'll zoom out so you can see the whole spread. There we go. Yeah. Um, Share it on Insta. So I can pick a song to associate to it. Do you know what song I'm going to pick? Just because I'm a dick. Oh, I probably shouldn't do that actually. Does it not get like struck or something if I do that? Like as in playing it through this? Let's see. Mm, Hashtag holiday season spread. There we go. Cool. So that's that done there, and I'll post it in Barely Balanced as well. Actually, let me just do that just now. Also for live as well, while I remember. Oh, Donna's already posted hers. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That's mine posted, folks. So we can see that Donna's posted hers already. That was Donna's spread. Oh yeah, it is the Rider-Waite Smith. A small shiny Rider-Waite Smith. That's quite nice. It's really cool. I love this kind of a purple kind of a background on the Four of Swords, Donna. Let's see, is anyone else post theirs? No, just me and Donna so far. Okay. Um, oh, Regina's here. Hi, Regina. How you doing? Mark Larkin, but wanted to say hello. Oh, hashtag Elemental Cartman say seasonal spread. Uh, Jones is a way to start the Christmas movies. Uh, oh, songs stay to become one. No, no. been a blast and enlightening at the same time. Thanks for all the company. Oh, you're welcome, Greg. Thank you so much for being here. Um, Need to take a pic in the light. No worries. Uh, Love the tech. Can't riffle. Oh, can't riffle shuffle it, but that's okay. Oh, fair enough. Let's see. Oh, Tony's posted hers. Let's all we knows it, Tony's, before we head off. Let me actually open my phone out. This is Tony's spread. Okay. So what was the one that I said I wanted to? It was the last one, wasn't it? Oh no, what are we doing here? That last one, resurfacing threat. Oh, I like that. The tarot card with the butterfly. That's beautiful. Cool. I love your space, Tony. It's a really kind of a nice desk space you've got there. Just like that. And Donna's. Cool. Okay, folks. I am going to love yous all and leave yous. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for making this such an interactive live. I've thoroughly enjoyed pulling cards with you all and catching up with everyone. Um, I'm just trying to think. Next Thursday is the first Thursday of December, so in theory that it should be next Thursday that me and Simon are doing our Thursday throwback, and we are doing it on the Deviant Moon, I believe. So, um, yeah, definitely check that out. Other than that, I don't think I've really got much on. So, yeah, thanks again, everyone. Take care. Have an amazing weekend, and I shall see you all later. Bye bye.